Hello, and welcome back to Unapologetically Black Unicorns. It's me, it's Karis, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm actually doing an episode that's deeply personal, as it serves both as a tribute and a memorial to my father, Howard Myrick. He passed away on November 12th, 2024, at the age of 90. My dad was my greatest supporter, my biggest teacher, and someone who could always make me laugh, even on the hardest of days. And in his honor, I wanted to introduce a special playlist on this podcast called Conversations with My Father. This collection brings together episodes where my dad and I share heartfelt conversations and moments alongside stories I've written and shared about him and our family. It's a celebration of his life, his wisdom, and the Myrick family legacy. My dad was a storyteller, and in every story, there was a lesson, a laugh, or a moment of reflection. In one of the cornerstone episodes of our playlist titled Karis and Her Dad, we explore topics like critical race theory, stories about my mom, and he actually told the story about the day I was born in a German hospital. This episode captures the essence of who he was: brilliant, humorous, and deeply thoughtful.
And I say so very frequently to my former students, just be ready for the opportunity. You don't know what the future holds, and that the door will open for only those who are ready to receive the visitor.
Another favorite of mine is Where There Is No Listener, There Is No Noise. This episode highlights my father's reflections on his experiences as an author, a retired Army officer, and a Black man navigating America with a family during turbulent times. We dive into his motivation for writing, the lessons he's learned, and the power of storytelling to preserve our history and create connection.
Going to Vietnam, coming again from Florida, stopped at the gas station. Karis, Kyle, go to the restroom while I'm gassing up. You come back. You did. It's locked, Dad. Locked? And so your grandmother said, let me go. And she went back and she came back, says, there are 2 bathrooms, 3. One with men, one with women, and one says colored.
Mm-hmm.
This is 1968. I'm headed to Vietnam.
Yes.
Now, am I supposed to be a healthy man? Am I supposed to go and be an ambassador for our country? I got to do it, though.
Got to do it. Protecting the
Does it take a toll? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the situation's like. Was then, and it's not resolved now. And we have a way to go. But like Obama has said and others, the fight is worth fighting. The battle is worth winning. But we have to stay in the fight.
This playlist is also about the legacy of our family. In episodes like The Family Royal and Letting Go in Order to Grow, I recount family moments that center on my father's sense of humor and his love and support for his family. Other episodes in the playlist are stories associated with my dad and his military service. Whether it's me telling one of our favorite stories or a conversation between me and my dad, this playlist is a window into how deeply my father's influence runs through this platform, shaping the stories that I tell and the work that I do. For me, these conversations were more than just podcast episodes. They were moments of connection, opportunities to learn from him, and ways to preserve his voice, his humor, and his wisdom for generations to come. This playlist is my way of ensuring that my father's voice and legacy live on. My dad taught me so much about resilience, family, and love. He reminded me to be unapologetic about who I am and to hold my head high in face of adversity and to never forget the power of laughter. Listening to these episodes, I hope you will get to know him the way that I did. You'll hear his wisdom, his humor, his unwavering belief in the power of family and community. Conversations with My Father is a tribute to his incredible life and his lessons that he imparted, not just for me, but to everyone who had the honor of knowing him. So I want to thank you for joining me in this special introduction. As you listen to the episodes in Conversations with My Father playlist, I hope you will feel the love, the strength, and the legacy that my dad left behind. He loved to quote Martin Luther King Jr., and the episode entitled Creative Maladjustment, he read for me the Martin Luther King Creative Maladjustment speech while ago, and I actually captured that recording and we replayed it in this episode. And at this time, to me, the words are even more meaningful.
Men and women should be as maladjusted as the prophet Amos, who in the midst of the injustices of his day could cry out in words that echo across the centuries. Let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. Or as maladjusted as Abraham Lincoln, who in the midst of his vacillations finally came to see that this nation could not survive half slave and half free. Or as maladjusted as Thomas Jefferson, who in the midst of an age amazingly adjusted to slavery could scratch across the pages of history words lifted to cosmic proportions. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And through such creative and maladjustments, we may be able to emerge from the bleak and desolate midnight of man's inhumanity to man into the bright and glittering daybreak of freedom and justice.
A week or so prior to his passing, we sat together talking about the upcoming election. The conversation was so rich, and with his insights and wisdom, I asked him, "Hey, can we record this for others to hear?" Though his voice was weak, his spirit was strong, and his love for democracy even stronger. And we sat in his favorite spot to record. Say, what? You did not vote? I listened to that episode with my phone cradled between my ear and my shoulder. As I hear his voice, it is as if my head is on his shoulder and he is here with me. This is more than just a playlist. It's a memorial, a celebration, and a way to keep his spirit alive. So until next time, keep shining, keep striving, and hey, stay unapologetically you. And Dad, this one's for you. Rest in unapologetic power.